following program has been rated M for minding everybody's business. Viewer discretion is advised because tonight we may discuss relationships that should have ended agree with legs ago, jobs that may be testing the roommates of direct deposit, celebrities who clearly need a group chat intervention, and systems hoping nobody reads the fine print. This broadcast may contain strong opinions, unsolicited 2 cents, suspicious side eyes, necessary truth, and occasional outbreaks of blah, blah, blah. So grab your drink, check in with the Majesties, and prepare to laugh, learn, and admire the little business that may or may not belong to us. Rated M, because somebody has to say it. Welcome to the Majestic MJ experience.
Whatever you say, Mr. Majesty. Oh, oh, oh. Come take a listen to my position. What are you missing, Mr. Majesty? Whatever you say, Mr. Majesty. Oh, oh, oh. Come take a listen to my position. What are you missing, Mr. Majesty? The stories, the conversations, the MJ podcast. Whatever you say, Mr. Majesty. Oh, oh, oh. Come take a listen to my position. What are you missing, Mr. Majesty? Whatever you say, Mr. Majesty. Oh, oh, oh. Come take a listen to my position. What are you missing, Mr. Majesty? The stories, the conversations, the MJ podcast.
MJ.
Whatever you say.
Okay. All right. I'm back and I am here. I am your host. I am MJ. We have to get into a few things today. I hope happy Majestic Monday. Happy Majestic Monday. I am here. I am with you, and I'm excited to get into the things now. We was having a couple technical issues. That's the reason why we needed to put a pause in things, right? So I'm excited because we got a couple good things to do today. Who ready to have some fun? Drop some, do some stuff. Let me see what y'all got going on. Let me know today in the chat what we're doing. Let me go ahead and let y'all know right now to hit that like button. And also while I'm at it, let me go ahead and let y'all know that today is the day we about to have fun. Drop some stuff. Let me know that you with us. So before we get started, before I do anything, first and foremost, let me go ahead and get us started, okay? At our family meeting today, I want to give a big shout out to Johnny Galvin. That is my papa granddad's birthday today. So give it up for him. Give it up like he never gave it up before. Happy Majestic Monday. I'm excited, right? We gotta get into a few things. We come with the energy, all right? How was your Monday and was it good? I will hope you say yes. The answer, there is no no. All right, so I'm glad that we are tuned in. Got my sound effects. So before we get started, who wants to take a guess as to what I'm going to ask you first? Drum roll, please. All right, here we go. So how are you? How are you? How is your mood? Where are you listening from? Let me know. Drop some love. Drop something. Drop a crown, actually. Not drop that down. And how was your day? I'm excited. We have a nice, good vibe going on. You listening to the official Majestic MJ instrumental done by none other than the Red Muse Records. This is about to be an iconic show. It's about to be an iconic show today. I mean, hey. But anyway, my mood is good. I am very chill today. I am very relaxed today. And I am streaming from the Atlanta, Georgia. Where are you streaming from? Let me know. Drop it down in the chat. How was your day? How was your weekend? You know, I also want to give a shout out to my friend Andrea. It's her. She is pregnant, and I just found out about it over the weekend. And I also want to give a shout out to all of the Leos. Now, I wanted to give a special award out today. However, I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait on it, okay? I'm going to wait on it. I'm going to pray about it. Let's go ahead and cut to a quick break. The time is 8:51, and I will come back on in about 3 minutes. I will be back on at 8:53, people. 8:53, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and put it on something that's going to go ahead and set the mood. All right, you ready? It's coming for you in 3, 2, 1.
early, I ain't miss a day. Feet hurt bad, but the bills gotta get paid. Boss talking crazy, I just look away. Cause I know when that check hit, I'm straight. Hair tied up, nails still done. Running up a bag, I don't wait on none. Everybody tired, but I'm still on go. 40 hour down, still ready for more.
How many hours you did today? How many hours you did today? I did 40 hours this week. 40 hours this week.
40 hours, 40 hours. I've been on my feet. 40 hours, 40 hours. Still looking sweet. Work all day, still stepping at night. If the money right, then the mood right. 40 hours, 40 hours. 40 hours, 40 hours. Run it up quick. 40 hours, 40 hours. I don't never quit. If you ain't talking money, don't talk to me. I done worked all week, now I'm outside free. Double shift, yeah, I had to stay late. Counting every dollar, every move I make. You were chilling, I was making no way. Now you see me shining, what you gotta say? Rent paid up, light stay on. I ain't asking nobody, I did it on my own. Real ones grind, we don't complain. We just clock in, clock out, do it again.
How many hours you did today?
How many?
Oh, no, it's okay.
I did 40 hours this week.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Running up a business, had to make a way. Kids pay bills, paid everything straight. Last Friday night, baby, I can't wait. All week working, no sleep. On my grind, gotta eat. Not a weekend, where you at? Throw it back, make it clap. I earned this, don't play with me. All that work, now I'm out. I feed from the clock to the club, that's the plan. Work hard, then I party, you heard me, man. 40 hours, 40 hours. I've been on my feet. 40 hours, 40 hours. Still looking sweet. Work all day, still stepping at night. If the money right, then the mood right. Hey, who working? Me. Who paid? Me. Who tired but still outside? Me. Say run that check. Run that check. Run that check. Run that check. Don't hold back.
How many hours you did today? How many hours you did today? I did 40 hours this week. 40 hours this
I did 40 hours this week. Baby, I gotta go. I'm
Who ready?
clocked in.
Who ready? All right. All right, I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's. All right. Wait. You ain't ready. You ain't ready. All right. All right. Yeah. Okay. Let me go ahead and stop playing around, cause we got some things to get into. All right. Let me push this back. I got my cup today. I told you where I'm streaming from, and I'm ready to talk to you. All right. So look, listen. The last week was crazy, and the world didn't slow down, and you would think that with, you know, the powers that be doing the powers that need to be done, you would think that it would be a whole lot more relaxed, but we are actually continuing on with the nonsense and the buffoonery every single week. This week was no exception. So on this week today, we have the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 17 that I will be and listen, here's the thing about it. We watched last week, and last week was part 1 of the reunion, where we got to look at, you know, Portia versus Kelly, and everybody a little bit on the left side of the couch, which included Portia, Drew, Angela, and Phaedra, and Cynthia Bailey. Right, so we got all of them that was on the left side of the couch that was going at me last week on part 1 of the reunion, and this week was a little bit crazy as well. It was no exception, because as much as I wanted to give the women on the left side of the couch grace, they all, you know, wanted to, in one way or another, like try to go 1 for 1 on the people on the right side of the couch, which included Shamia, Kelly, what's the lady name? She wrote K. Michelle, and who was the other one? Pinky. Right, so without further ado, let me go ahead and show y'all kind of a little bit of thing of what I mean and what I'm talking about. All right, show y'all this, and then I come right back. All right.
Next week on the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion.
Hey. Oh. Now, what else is going on?
All you do in this group is brag. You damn right. If you that braggadocious, you need to pay your damn bills. Either way, my mama don't be dancing in no hookah lounge in the middle of Atlanta calling her Jezebel.
See? I don't know what happened. I don't know why we freezing up. What's going on? Ooh, they don't want us to see. It's all good. I don't want to see no more anyway. So look, here's the thing. So with what we saw on this season, on this episode of the reunion, it just was very it was very daunting, and it was very bad to watch Portia. And as she kind of talked about, so the thing about it is she was going in on Kelly and talking about some married man and you done did this with a married man. How do you know what's between her legs? And how do you know? And how do you figure to speak on somebody like that, right? I want to show. Look at this. So so we have Drew, right? And this is TLC Drew. This is Disney Channel Drew. She made it clear this week who she is. And I think that she's a very outstanding, talented person. I think she has many talents. Some include, acting. And that's great for her. It's great for the people that, get a kick out of it. But the thing is, when I looked at everything with Drew this reunion, not only is she looking different, but she just acting different too. I think that she's very pretty now. I think that she's gotten some work done, but I think that she has to watch the road that she goes down, because right now it's just seeming a little bit like she's like Portia's, like her, I don't know, like the new Portia almost. It's like, is Drew Sidora the new Portia? And you already have a name. You had a name since the game, and that's the main reason why we rock with you. Time out. Look. I'm really representing today. You watching me? I got this hoodie on. It's actually merch back. It's old. This is dated. Anyway, ADHD. But look, so Drew's standing right here. Now, what's interesting is that this is not even the look that she had on at the reunion. This is actually an alternative look that she had, and she showed us yesterday when she posted it. But I do like this style better, because originally what she wore was like this rock star black dress with her hair down, and it was like, it's not too far off from what I'm showing you right now. But I just wish that she would have wore this look, and I wasn't alone in that sentiment. Now, in true Housewives fashion, I got more. I want to show y'all. I already, just like they say, I got an ace up my sleeve. That other video didn't work, but boom, I got another one. Look, check this out.
I was Phaedra. I didn't do that.
Can you tell us who the people were?
I got stuff like from Nosh, and even there's a hairdresser. I know this is a group about friendship, but we can't sit up here and act like people don't go pull things on each other.
Okay. The MO from the viewers were like, you would be in scene, you would run away and start blasting off on Twitter. I'm assuming that you regret that.
I definitely own that I had more experiences off camera than I had on camera. For over 10 years, any thoughts or random situations within me, I've always tweeted them, good or bad. Within my career, there was no change, but instead of just tweeting how I felt, I should have sat there. People think I'm very confrontational, but I'm really...
You seem very sensitive.
Yeah, I am. I'm really
you seem
not.
overly sensitive.
Yeah.
Why did you take Portia's miscarriage comment as her shading you?
I was only an hour out of the hospital, and I'm telling you what's going on, and you bust out and say, was it a miscarriage? What if it was?
Your intention was...
to usher her from the hospital into a safe space.
Okay.
I was sitting there with people who I trust. When you were telling the story, kind of went around what exactly it was. But you had talked about fertility. And I'm a woman who has had fertility issues. I'm a woman who's also had miscarriages. And you're in a group of women who have uteruses and other things like that.
This is my first time being in a circle with Phaedra and with Cynthia. And the first thing to come out with the random people on the other side of the wall getting their toes done is, did you have a miscarriage?
I represent Marchadames, have for many, many years. My daughter is a rainbow baby. And so I really would have hoped at that time when we had that sit down, you could have understood that I was being authentic with that. Again, here now, I apologize, and I still never meant that to be that way.
I accept your apology, and in that moment, when I'm speaking on it and I'm bringing it back up, I'm not saying that I crucified Portia. I was live speaking about what was going on and how I felt in that moment. I also will take accountability for that as well.
Okay, so you were tweeting like you're in the confessionals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I give you a piece of advice? Okay. Don't do that.
Trying to act like she don't know. But shout out to Portia. She I think she went to school in Lithonia, Georgia. Yeah, so that's the thing. So y'all saw the clip. So I don't know, y'all let me know down in the chat. But me personally, I feel like that number one, aside from the point of what I was originally saying, I do believe that this is a very, very, very good working cast. Like, I don't think that they should touch anything on this cast, at least for another 1 season or 2. So that would be give them all of the ladies that we see on this reunion, give all of these ladies 1 more season. So season 18, and then after season 18, I feel like we need to let the reunion drama play out, let the reunion get filmed, and then we should make an assessment on who should come back and who should be left, out of the mix. I think that, interesting enough, I believe that all of these women have I believe all of these women actually deserve another shot. I like Cynthia as the friend of. The only dilemma that I see actually is the fact that we want Nene back. Obviously, I mean, they have the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip, which is out now, but even with that being out, we only seen a little glimpse of Nene, and I'm grateful because they could have just said no, and they could have just been like, oh, we're not gonna include her. But they definitely made sure that she was included. It's just, when it comes to, housewife fans, and I think Atlanta, franchise in general, it's such a tough crowd. We love the show, and we love everything that it stands for. But before I move on from this clip, I do want to just say that in this clip, I don't know how genuine I felt about it. I don't believe that Portia was being sincere, and I also don't think that this friendship is going to be authentic. I feel that this friendship between Portia and K. Michelle, I think that it is going to be like overly produced, and I believe that it's going to be a very give and take type of situation. And I love both of them individually. They both have their bonuses. They both have their points. I love Portia. I love Kate Michelle. I just think that them together, they make for good TV, but I don't see a real friendship. I don't really think that we have many real friendships on this cast. I mean, I think they are good TV. That is the reason why I said we should keep them. But I think that this whole cast as a whole, I think that you got pairs, and that's the beautiful thing about it. You have Portia and Phaedra together. And of course, obviously, they, ran the show back in its glory days. You have, who was the other two? Angela and Drew. Those are the two Chicago women, actually. They both happen to be from Chicago, Illinois. And they are very good friends. And then you have, who is that? Pinky? You got Pinky and you got K. Michelle, who were frat sisters, Delta. And they Greek sisters. So, I mean, that says everything you need to know about their friendship, right? And then you have Kelly and Shamia, of course. And I think that they are a very good peanut butter jelly duo as well. So, ultimately, I just want to say that I'm appreciative that we found a really good cast. And with that being said, let's see what Cynthia had to say.
Good as your last season,
totally. But I want everyone. I heard Andy said everyone's back. You heard that?
I definitely saw him say that this was the cast.
Yes.
And there was a photo that I was in. So I am a part of that as well.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
You heard it here. Cindy's back. Obviously.
Andy said it first.
Obviously.
And they kept asking me at the Ultimate Girls Trip, I no matter what, it's always, would you go back as a housewife? Would you go back as a housewife? My answer's still the same, Crystal. Like, honestly, I had the most fun I've ever had.
Yeah.
In my entire history of doing Housewives as a housewife, season 17.
Yeah.
As a friend of this show.
I would keep it like that.
Yeah, this is my sweet spot. Now,
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I won't ever because I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to say that.
Of course.
Like, I don't know. I may wake up next week and say, hey, you know what? I want to be a friend, but I love the space that I'm in now. And I'm just going to keep listen, I embedded the friend contract. Yep. I embedded the friendship contract. So this is like, I feel like in some way I've manifested this space for myself.
I love it.
And the good news is I'm able to do other things. I just booked a movie, by the way. So speaking of like being able to do other things.
Congrats.
Like it works for me at this ripe age of on the road to 60.
On the road to 60. I love that.
Right. So, and that's the thing. So I do appreciate how with Cynthia, she can bring a breath of fresh air. She's like a nice, good sip of water, if you know what I'm saying. However, I think she can be biased at times, and I think there's certain women on this current cast that she loves filming with, as she just said. I think there are certain women who she is biased against for whatever reason, and if I was to make any assumption, I would just say due to her invisible alliance with, women that she already did the show with. So obviously, use your noggin, that would be PMP, freaking frack, right? Cynthia did talk a little bit about season 18. So again, I think that I am rooting for, if you can get in contact with Andy, tell him that we want, and I've been reading the comments on X and on all of the social medias, all right? Everything Mark Zuckerberg and everything not Mark Zuckerberg. I've been reading everything. So everybody pretty much has said that this is a very good cast, and we agree as a whole that K. Michelle came around at the end, well, midway before Scotland, and like right before Scotland, and then right at, as we got to the season finale, we seen K. Michelle pop out, and then when we get to this reunion, we see red hair K. Michelle, and if you know, right? So yeah, I'm excited about seeing all of the ladies return, and allegedly all of their contracts have been mailed out. You heard it here first. That's what. Yeah. So I will be watching, and I can't wait to report back and let y'all know who got the red ticket, the golden ticket, and who got a pink slip. Right? Look at this. Look at this mess. What's my girl name? Pinky? So look, my girl Pinky came on here and was just clowning. Talk about some. And you know why she put this, right? You know why Pinky made this reel on Instagram saying Netflix documentary on how everyone announced my pregnancy before I did. So Claudia Jordan, I'm sorry. And shout out to Carlos King podcast, Reality with the King. Shout out to that podcast. But Claudia Jordan on the panel for that amazing show, and her big mouth. I wish that we had respect in society enough to not announce when somebody is pregnant. I do feel that is a violation of boundaries, but I love that Pinky can always laugh things off in her little sports bra. And look, watch this one.
Can y'all guess what I'm having?
Is she having a boy or a girl? She made an Instagram reel asking, is she having a boy or a girl? And guess what?
Well, babies are huge. Am I having a girl or a boy? What do you think?
Let's see. Is she having a boy or a girl? I feel like she having a both, actually. I feel like she having twins. No, don't get me to going. Hold on. So watch this one. This is a shorter one.
We can go there. I'm not lying. I'm the one who actually read the text perfect. Bring it.
Oh my. The Atlanta Reunion Part 2, Sunday on Bravo and Peacock.
Only on Bravo, okay? No, but my thing is, I do appreciate, I don't know, I just really feel like that we don't need to make any changes to the cast. Like, that's just how I feel about it. I like how all of the peaches are keeping it juicy, though. They are keeping it juicy. Look, check this out. Look. Ooh, boom, get it. Ooh. Okay. All right, Miss Moore. Oh, and you know what? Hold on. Yeah, guess what? We gonna talk, I told y'all this is gonna be a legendary show. Now look, this is something that I want y'all to pay attention to. Instead of, you know Andy, and shout out to my boy Andy Cohen, because guess what? We actually happen to have the same birthday, and we're from the same hometown. Shout out to him. But look, what I was about to say is, he usually ignores and avoids whenever he is being asked about something. Him and a few of his housewives are notorious. They are known to deflect the question, but he didn't deflect when asked about Kenya. And speaking of Kenya, look, right here I got Kelly in the comments. So I got a post that Instagram got from, Twitter got from this one page that I follow, and shout out to the RHOA Talk too, by the way. They are really good at keeping up. Go follow them on Twitter. But anyway, so look, they posted this Instagram shot from Kenya. And in this shot, we got Kenya right here with her hair all out and stuff. She's been doing a thing. Yeah, I need to go follow Kenya because she's been posting some cute stuff lately. We got Shamia over here too, and she's making her post. So basically, y'all telling me that once we get Kenya back on this show, y'all mean to tell me that this is who she gonna be with? She gonna be on the 18 with Shamia and Kelly. Okay, got it. And then Nene, we gotta figure out how we gonna get Nene. Yeah, drop a chat down and drop a crown too. Let me know, how can we get Nene back on the show? How we gonna get her back on the show? And speaking of Kenya, I can't just not mention her arch nemesis now. Shout out to TMZ. Shout out to TMZ.com. They have done our dirty work for us over at Majestic MJ. And guess what they did? They went ahead and found the divorce stuff from previous RHOA cast member. Her name is Britt Edie, and she is filing a divorce from her husband. Yes, she is. She is filing a divorce from her man. They wanted to have kids, but they didn't get around to it. So I was about to say her baby daddy, but yeah, so she is filing a divorce from him. Now, they did not mention specifically the reason why they're getting divorced, but they did go on record saying that it is on both sides. Now, I don't believe it's on both sides. You know why I don't believe it's on both sides? Because they both have something to gain and they both got something to lose from this. But not only that, we both know that when it came to Brittany, she had a very sketchy way of navigating the show. When Britt Edie was on, the show Housewife, RHOA, she didn't really make too much of motion waves her own self, so she had to kind of use other people. When you go on these shows and you don't have a storyline, yeah, it's kind of like that, and then you kind of pick at other people, right? It's exactly like that, and no shade, and not like that. But that just wasn't it. She was picking with, first she was friends with Kelly, right? That was her bestie. I guess Kelly is just the go-to, for besties. So first Britt was, friends with Kelly, right? They was like this, right? The new freaking frack, right? More like freaking fraud, because her and Kelly broke up by the end of the season, and then you got Britt coming and poking at the Kenya Moore. Then when Kenya gives her that, gives her the reason how she got her name. Then she wants to go cry victim, right? And now she's off the show. But before she even got off the show, she skipped the reunion, so she didn't even attend season 16 reunion. So I mean, I don't really know what she's even fighting for, because now she has this divorce going on with, you know, her soon-to-be ex-husband Mike, and then she's also has this lawsuit, you know, with Bravo TV, you know, against Kenya, and that's actually allegedly the reason why Kenya's not on the show, and it's horrible. It's really horrible. This juice is good. I love me some Kenya Moore. You know, I live in never mind, but yeah, like. Yeah, I think that she is really, 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 really good for the show. And I think that with her being gone, her absence is felt. And I think when you add her back, because we are getting Miss Moore back, allegedly, sooner than later. And when we add her back into the mix, things are going to be a lot different and much better, actually, in my opinion. I want to go ahead and let me move on, because I want to... let me show y'all this clip right here. This is going to be a clip, a small snippet. I need y'all to go ahead and check this out. Hold on.
Kelly from Minnesota. Andy, we need Kenya back. Are you ever thinking about bringing her back?
Well, I'll tell you this. I'm thinking about her all the time. I texted her last week about how much I missed her.
Oh.
Yep. So look, you see it, you know what's going on. Don't act like that. Don't make that face. And guess what? I ain't done either. So you know how I told y'all, I already alluded to it. I told you, I said Andy does not answer things when there's not anything in motion. But all things are alleged over here at Majestic MJ, and we are only doing this for entertainment purposes. Wink. Now check this out. Boom. Now my girl is working, all right? They don't call her Kenya Keep It Back more for no reason. Shout out to Miss USA. She is giving back, and she is going to be having an event on Thursday, August 27th at 8:00 p.m. Eastern time. So we have Miss Kenya Moore as Miss USA, and she's going to be co-hosting her own event as Miss USA live on the CW. So make sure you tune in on August 27th at 8:00 p.m. That is going to be Miss USA, and we need to go ahead and support Kenya so we can let the network know how much we want her back on the show. Also, speaking of peaches, we got Phaedra Parks posted a photo with none other than the Jasmine Crockett. She made a caption that said, "They showed plenty of black and broke this season, but not nearly enough black excellence. Here's another scene you didn't get to see. Thank you to my good sis and good friend, the accomplished, intelligent, and beautiful Congresswoman, Jasmine for us." I guess that's her Instagram name handle. "For always representing the epitome of strong, black, educated women." Well, she said woman. Oh, she said of a. Okay. Anyway, so by the way, how could y'all gotta wake me up? Drop some crowns, drop some likes. Look. I forgot to tell you. Guess what? So Phaedra is she's running for office. Phaedra has made her announcement, and she said that she is running for office. Now Heavenly ran for office too. She didn't get it. Do y'all watch Married to Medicine? Let me know in the chat. But yeah, so if you don't know who that is, then you need to just do your research. But this is Dr. Heavenly I'm talking about. She also ran, and she's another one of our Atlanta, reality stars who does great work on the show, but so not so much, I guess, in the field of politics. However, I will say, and shout out to Heavenly, because I actually met her personally. She's very sweet, and she's very passionate about what she does. And shout out to Smiles by Dr. Heavenly. The thing about it is, I know she made history. I know Dr. Heavenly made history when she ran. I know she got a lot of numbers. She got really high numbers, and she made it really far. She didn't make it, but I do feel that Phaedra could be the golden knight in this. I feel like Phaedra can make it when it comes. I think she got it. I think she got something. I think that I'm interested to see what she brings and if she's able to, keep up with these politician people. That being said, let me go ahead and show you this back behind the scene. I just thought this was cute. I want you to just look at this, and I want to show you. I just want to show you. Hold on, let me show you this.
I got that beat to last to your soul. Got them keys to master that rose. I got ice to match with that gold. Got one night to tap in your zone. Got the answer in my hands and romance in your pants. Girl, you got to let me breathe, cause you about to miss your chance. Okay, now break out, space out. We laced out at the lake house. We cased out, raced out. Get set, we about to take
You
off.
got it, baby, I can show you how to get it on the floor.
And then also, speaking of like all of our peaches, like, so also, wait, hold on, time out. So going back, guess what? I feel like when I watched this, the reunion, they looked really good. That's all. Now with, I can't say what I was about to say. I don't know if y'all remember, but on RHOA season 11 actually, rather, my fault. We had Shamari DeVoe, who did her thing on the Housewives, and she's married to the legendary Ronnie DeVoe, of course, from the Boys. What's the show? What is
Bamos?
No, what is Ronnie DeVoe? New Edition. But that BT movie was so good though. New Edition, Ronnie, and then Shamari is his wife, she does her thing. But anyway, I don't really know what she did prior to, if she did anything at all. But what we do know is that she made a post on the Instagram. And she posted, she said, "Nurse in the air, MSN behind my name, 2026 on the tassel." Congratulations to her, and congratulations to her. I think that that's amazing. Keep doing your thing, girl. She already, I guess, clearly must have passed the NCLEX, because she got it says her MSN, so that is a Master of Nursing, in case you don't know. We're gonna educate you over here. So yeah, that's that on that. And look at this right here. We got Miss Wendy.
How has this show not changed my life? I think that's a fair question. I had my daughter who just turned 7, and she was 3 months when I started this show. So just the mere fact that I'm able to see my children grow up through the screen has been such a blessing, and I've absolutely enjoyed it. It's been its highest of highs and its lowest of lows, but through it all, it's been amazing.
But it's high quality home video.
Yes,
so I do
it
love that.
is.
So season 10 of Potomac, there was a bit of a rough at the end.
And so there was a narrative that emerged after the charges that, she was trying to keep up, and this is what she did in order to do that. How do you respond to that?
I don't respond. People can have their narrative. That's on them.
It was reported that you have 67 credit cards under your name with multiple aliases.
And how will we see that play out on season 11?
I think the beauty of Housewives, especially now that we're going into the 20th season, is you guys are able to see us in our highs and in our not so highs. And so in true Housewives fashion, you guys will see the intricacies of all of that. And I just can only be Wendy, and that's what I am this season.
I absolutely love that. And how was it having Karen back this season after her pause, let's say. That's what she called it. After her pause, how was it having her back?
It was really good having Karen back.
So you hold it down in Atlanta.
Yes,
you do.
Yeah, you know.
Watch this one too.
And
While we
y'all
at
put,
it, let me go ahead and
y'all
throw
put
this, clip on
OC
him.
and New York to shame.
Listen,
I wouldn't go that far.
You wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me. You opened the door, we kicked it down into the house and threw you out, okay? You have been evicted, Vicky.
I want everyone to be successful. I'm not that girl.
well, I'm that girl.
Oh no, let me tell you something. I actually feel like when it comes to this whole ultimate girls trip, it just feels like something is missing, and I believe that what's missing is our vets. We need Nene Leakes back. We need the head honchos, and I think they should have been more involved, you know. However, enough Housewives drama for the day, because we already see that these are some juicy clips and we just have to sit and buckle up for it. The biggest thing is going to be I got to tell y'all something, and I'm kind of scared to tell you. I'm gonna tell you anyway. We got the Housewives of, I'm sorry. We got the Wizard of Waverly Place, and if you know, you know. They are beefing, y'all, from this new thing. I don't know what's going on, and I don't know why, and I don't like it. All right. I did a little bit of digging, and I found a couple of answers, but from what I understand, everyone is mad at the oldest brother on the Wizards of Waverly Place show. His name was Justin, and his real name is David Henry. Everybody's mad at David. You got the brother Max. Max is also mad because he was left off of the show. Max is mad because he was left off of the show. Harper is mad because she was, I guess, left off of it. And you know what? The thing about it is she actually had a podcast about it. She had a podcast, a Wizards of Waverly Place podcast that she ran with the dad, actually, from the show. And they were talking about it as, you know, the show was rolling out. Nobody stopped them, you know. You could have silenced them if you didn't want them to, you know, discuss it. But nobody stopped them. They kept, you know, talking about it. And eventually, you know, when it came time to film the show, they left off Harper, they left off the dad, they left off the brother Max. Pretty much the only person that was brought back was David, who happens to be the executive producer of Wizards of Waverly Place. Now, the new show is called Wizards Beyond Waverly Place. Many fans are upset and disgruntled because of the way the character is played out, such as Selena Gomez's character, Alex Russo. Alex ended up with, and tell me how this sounds to you, Alex Russo being a half Italian and half Mexican young girl, and she ends up, for starters, she was just a rebellious teenager, and who now in the reboot turns out to be this teen mom who got pregnant by the age of 19, and who also has a child with you know, this guy in prison who happens to be a black guy. And tell me how that sounds to you. I don't know about you, but to me it sounded a little spooky ooky, a little iggly wiggly. I don't think that it was a good look, and I don't think that that's what we saw for Alex. I think for Alex Russo, what we saw was, oh, this chick is she gonna grow up and she gonna be trouble for the world. You know, she gonna be a big deal. That's not what happened though. Her character didn't develop to be that, and we only saw in this reboot, we only saw Justin Russo's family. And we only got to see it through his lens, and Billy, even being the main character, you know, Alex Russo's daughter, she also, you know, was not shown as much as the seasons progressed. Why, I don't know, but I do believe that, now they say that Justin Russo was supposed to have his own show. He was going to be a part of a different show. So what ended up happening is what we know as the Wizards of Waverly Place was going to be rolled out and released as what was going to be called Meet the Amazing O'Malley's, allegedly. Now, Meet the Amazing O'Malley's would have had Justin Russo and Alex Russo as twins who were both main characters, right? That's not what happened. Alex Russo, aka Selena Gomez, went and did her audition for, Meet the Amazing O'Malley's. And when she did her audition, she blew it out the water so much that they said, we're going to rewrite the whole show and we're going to make you the main character. So then it became the Wizards of Waverly Place, where Alex Russo, as we know her, thrived, and she, became this over-the-top character who stole the scene every time she walked into it. That's just what it is. Now, this is partially the reason why people have such an issue with David Henry, aka Justin Russo, because knowing that backstory of Meet the Amazing O'Malley's and how he was supposed to be the main character, the main star, and how he had to share the spotlight and then basically get kicked out of the spotlight when, Alex Russo started to, get bigger on Wizards of Waverly Place. That's the reason why people think that now fast forward in the future when we have Wizards Beyond Waverly Place, and he happens to be the EP, well as Selena Gomez, who already on social media made it clear that she does not have or want too much of any part to do with anything. I don't know. I just find it to be strange. I find it to be interesting. But I want you guys to take a look at this clip, and I'll come right back.
This is it. This is the end of Wizards of Waverly Place. The end of Wizards Beyond Waverly Place, and it's really surreal to say that I'm done playing this character.
The leader on the floor, give it up for David Henry.
Our hope in making this show in the first place, the continuation of the original show, was that it would be a big warm hug to the original fan, but at the same time welcome in a new generation.
I'm a wizard with style.
I'm very happy that I get to play this character because I think this is going to be able to show people who may have been in my shoes or in Billy's shoes. It'll show everyone that they're not alone.
We did it!
You did it.
I knew that you could.
I love how it shows you how important family is and how loving a family can be and how supportive a family can be, and that we'll always have each other's backs no matter what.
And I think that we're not only wrapping up the original show, but I think also our own show in these episodes and really giving a good, happy ending that we can feel happy about at the end of the day.
Filming with Selena, I was a mess. I was like crying all the time because it felt like saying goodbye to, in a weird way, like your teenage self. Like you could go back as an adult, give your teenage self a hug, and then let them go. That's kind of what it felt like.
Oh, which is what makes today so hard.
What? Why is today so hard?
Oh, I can't look at you, no reason.
And I did my last scene as Alex, and she did her last scene as Harper together, which couldn't have been better.
Hello, Alex.
Mason, what are you doing here?
I hope that all of the fans are able to take away the fact that family is so important and that Russos always have each other's backs.
I just love you all. So grateful.
It's the greatest group of people in front of and behind the camera. We really do feel like a family.
My hope is that people fall in love with family shows again, and that they hold this to a standard of just appreciating what it means to just have a show that the whole family can get together, watch, hopefully laugh. I'm gonna really miss that.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
And we want to give a shout out to ET Online. Ultimately, I do feel that this Wizards Beyond Waverly Place it had a lot of potential, and I think that Todd J. Greenwald, which is a key player from the original show, Wizards of Waverly Place, he went and he made a post, right? And he said, I can undo this terrible thing that happened with Wizards Beyond Waverly Place in the blink of an eye, basically, if I just rewrite the whole script. And Max had a dream, and this was all Max dream, right? I think I would agree with that. I think I would be down for that, and I think I would like that. I just feel like when it comes to these reboots, and we're gonna talk about another one a little bit, in a minute, and we're gonna talk about another one of these reboots that's happening. I'll just believe that it's not working. It's not working, and we're not liking it. That's what's going on. I'm not too big a fan on all of these reboots. I do think that some networks and some shows do it better because of the people that are signing on as EPs, executive producers, and the people that are the showrunners, the behind the scene. If you can bring back all of the original people, then you can actually have a very interesting show that appeals to not only the generation that watched it growing up, but also the newer generation, and modernize, what we knew growing up. I think that like Scream, like there is like certain movies that are out, but then when you think about like the networks, the shows that they're bringing back, and it's hardly cutting it. We also are going to talk, never mind. But yeah, so that's what I'm going to say about Wizard of Waverly Place drama. I think that the next person that I want to talk about is actually so drama filled, and it's weird and it's crazy, and I don't really know what else really to say about this next person that I'm going to bring up and talk about. But I will say that all things are alleged, and this person is not going to be our favorite. I can tell you that right now. But we gonna watch this next video, and I'm gonna come back on the screen.
Love and Hip Hop star Sydney Starr, known as Sydney Favors, is facing multiple felony charges for allegedly abusing a child. According to Georgia court records viewed by Oxygen, Starr has been charged with sexual battery against a child under the age of 16, aggravated child molestation, and sodomy. Starr is a transgender model and TV personality who appeared on Season 9 of Love and Hip Hop New York. According to a press release from the Hapeville Police Department, she was arrested on August 2nd after police were called to an Embassy Suites hotel in the greater Atlanta area on a report of a sexual assault involving a child. According to an arrest warrant, Starr confessed to the acts, telling investigators they were consensual. Authorities said in a press release, quote, "Because this case involves a juvenile, no additional information will be released from our agency." Starr is being held without bond at the Fulton County Jail. Her next court appearance is scheduled for August 25th. Her attorney did not immediately respond to a request for comment.
And you know what they say. Yeah, I just, there's two things about it, right? Let me come back. There's two things about it, right? Number one, we have to take into account that, there's the court of public opinion, and then there's the court, right? I always like to give the benefit of the doubt. And I always like to try to find where maybe, a little bit of this or that'll probably, help me understand both sides, and then I can decide what I believe. And I want you to weigh in as well, because this is such a heavy topic. But when we're talking about grapes, graping someone, or we're talking about sodomy, that's not really something that I can really, sway one side or another. I will say that I am interested in following this story, and we should follow it together, and that we should watch and find out what happens. We need to be fair, and we need to be be very, I think we need to go back to the basics as a society, right? We need to go back to reading documents and what does the court say, what did the judge find, things like that. I don't know whether or not, I don't know enough facts to know if this is true or not. Honestly, listen, I feel like I always get in trouble. I need my chapstick. My lips is ashy. I always get in trouble, I feel like, because I always just be saying like stuff that's just not what somebody want to hear. And I get it, you know, but here's the thing. Allegedly, Sydney Starr might have done this. I feel like that she might. I don't know. Allegedly, maybe. I don't ever want to put that on anybody. That is horrible. Ooh, that is horrible. I mean, imagine just how that is sick. I mean, but from what I read, and it was pretty incriminating. I mean, the boy was 18 years old, allegedly. And to be that young, and how old is Sydney Starr? Let's look and see. Let's look and see. Sydney Starr is, I said starts. 37 years old. Was born 1989. Yeah, you're too old to be even. How could something like this be pushed and alleged? That's where my mind is at. I'm not looking so much, is it true, is it not true? I am looking from the lens of how does a misunderstanding like this happen? That's what I want to know. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, I'm not looking to be a court of public opinion, and I'm definitely not looking to be a judgmental person. As a Christian person like myself, I feel like we need to have mercy and be graceful, and we need to, as a society and as a citizen, we need to watch and let it unfold. We don't need to give our opinions. I think that people are very quick to throw their own, like, oh, Sydney Starr is this type of person, and Sydney Starr did this to Chingy, and Sydney Starr, you know, whatever on the show. She's always on the show Zeus, you know, and she's always on the show Zeus. She's doing her, you know, her ratchet reality. She's done Love and Hip Hop. She's done Baddies, you know, against their will. They, you know, supposedly didn't want her on the show, and she found her way, kept popping up. I don't know. I think that was kind of like a thing that I don't know how she got their address. I think that would be more confidential. I feel like that's definitely a little story plot. Somebody set that up. But anyway, beside the point. As far as this case, we will be watching it, and I will be reporting anything that I find and anything that pops out. So we will be following this story together. Look at this. Take a look at this video clip right here. And shout out to all of the people. This is fair use. This is fair use. Shout out to BravoTV.com. Shout out to CWW. Shout out to Instagram. And big ups to Oxygen.com for allowing us to use their fair usage media. With that being said, let me go ahead and put it on our next clip. Just take a listen to this, and we'll come back and we'll chat about it.
Was really young, and I really can say that I did make a few mistakes at that time, and I was thirsty for fame. I will admit to that. But at that time, I had people telling me this, people was really young, and I really can say that I did make a few mistakes at that time, and I was thirsty for fame. I will admit to that. But at that time, I had people telling me this, people.
And you know, this is quite frankly what my problem is with Sydney Starr. And I actually won't even phrase it that way. I don't have a problem with Sydney Starr. I never met Sydney Starr. Here is my take, my 2 cents on this matter. my 2 cents on this matter is that, because we are in 2 Cent Talk, right? So if we're in 2 Cent Talk, we got to talk about it, right? My 2 cents on this matter is that I have always seen Sydney Star come off as a person on social media or on reality TV in general who is just, you know, enjoyable to an extent because of, you know, the personality of it all and the confidence of it all, right? Which I think is good. And I think that, you know, for her to be and shout out to the LGBTQIA plus community. Sydney Star is a transgender woman, actually. So I think that there is many layers with this case, and I think that there is a lot of opinion, and that's the reason I wanted to mention public opinion. There is a lot of biases. There's a lot of isms, you know, the unfun words. There's a lot of isms, and we have to be very, very cautious and careful as a society and as a community in whole, and then as a community, like in the sub communities, right? I think that with Sydney Star, we're going to watch her be made an example of, maybe, and if things don't work out in her favor, I think that that is going to open up the floodgates for many, like, even worse things to happen. Shout out to my hair. Look at my hair. Look at my hair. Anyway, yeah, I think that we have to be very cautious and careful as a society on how we get and how we tune in and how we watch this case. Because if we become careless about this case, and I know nobody wants to hear it, but if we become just careless about this case, and if we judge Sydney Star, who's a transgender that's accused of raping someone, and, you know, and if we just jump to our biases, oh, she did it because she blah, blah, blah. Oh, she's this and that. Oh, she did that on reality TV. Oh, she did this to Chingy. Or, you know, I think that we're going to we're getting caught up and we're getting carried away. That's what's happening. But, you know, that being said, I do think that I want to show you guys one more thing I want to show y'all 2 more things, actually, as far as with them, and then we'll get
I had the thing with Chingy.
You destroyed his life.
No,
for fun.
Adam, no, I
you
didn't.
And Sydney, when I said taking, I just meant that because we family, so I wanted you, you know what I'm saying? I didn't mean, because I talk really bad.
People don't really understand.
So I want to act like I'm good when I'm really bad.
Life or career. It was just something. I was very young. At that time, I was only 19 when I
Shout out to Chingy.
I wasn't even 21 years old yet when that happened. I was young-minded. I started my transition at 15.
Break it down what happened with Chingy, because a lot of people are new and they're watching now in 2025. Exactly. So break it down for them and take it from the beginning. What happened? I know, but just be a little bit on it.
I'm gonna be real. I was young. I was 19. I was a backup dancer. You know a lot about that, Amber. We being backup dancers. So I was working for a show that was with Shauna the rapper, DTP. No, not DTP. God damn it. Shauna getting some head. Shauna.
Timberland.
Yeah, no.
Wasn't Shauna?
Ludacris.
She was the one in
Oh, and that's what I'm talking about. So even with that little clip that I just showed you, Sydney Star is just very, very, what is that word to describe a person when, like, they're very, it starts with a C, controversial. She's a very controversial person who aligns herself with nonsense. So at times you can't tell the forest from the trees with her. And as a longtime watcher of Sydney Star across franchises, whether I tuned in to watch her specifically or not, which likely I didn't, but I mean, it was like Love and Hip Hop. I think there was a surgery show on Lifetime that she showed us or whatever. There was, just a plethora of shows that she's been a part of with nonsense. But the thing is, she's attached herself to so much nonsense, and for her to have been just in the game this long, all things considered, I don't know how much people take her serious, and I don't know how much support I can give with this situation. But I will say this: Chingy did speak up on the allegations that Sydney Star made against him, and I want us to take a look-see.
Sydney openly admitted, which I think was very classy, and the right
damage was done at that point, though.
That she lied about it. Go
the
ahead.
Damage was done. So how that even happened? I remember I had a show. Me and Chris had a show. I think Twister was there as well in Chicago. Before Chris went on, me and the crew and everybody, we going on stage. We finna go up there and go on stage, fuck with Chris, and just check the show out. Well, with some girls who we thought was all girls on stage in body paint dancing. While I'm on stage, one happened to say they're a fan of mine and want a picture. I took the picture. Next thing you know, 2 years later, all of this false stuff comes out nobody knows nothing about. And that's literally how that went. It's nothing else to it.
Yeah, so I mean, that's not cool to just sit and lie on somebody. I don't think that was ever going to be something that she could come back from. A lot of people, when they think of Sydney Star, they automatically attach her with this nonsense with, oh, she did this to Trinky, and I get it. It's been it's been a lot of years. Somebody look it up and tell me. Somebody that's whoever's watching with us live, which by the way, wherever you're listening from, make sure that you drop down in the comments and give us some crowns and that is your entry ticket. Is you have to drop some crowns and you have to like the video and you have to share the love with somebody else. But as far as this whole Sydney and her court case, I can't say I wish you the best because obviously this is dirty, and me being a lover of family and life and everything that comes with life, including people, I can't say that it's okay and that I support this, but what I can say is I pray that during this time that justice is done, and I pray that the truth prevails. I know that sometimes there's a dirty games that can be played, but I also know that Sydney Star lines herself up with nonsense, and I also know that people are not always as they seem. I've not ever met Sydney Star, so I can't say how she is. However, it's time to move on to the cut. I'm excited because I really spent a lot of time last week getting some things together for us because I wanted to make sure that we was gonna be set and good to go. So with that being said, it is time for the cut. Woo! All right. So, it is time to go ahead and get into the cut. So, I want us to go ahead and start doing this amongst us. We gonna go ahead and start talking about what made the cut. So look, listen. So, when we talk about the cut, we're talking specifically about what show, scripted or unscripted, what movie, I don't care if it was Tubi, I don't care if it was anyone, all right? I don't care where, movie, cinema, whatever, Peacock, Netflix, shout out to them. I don't care if it was a song. This is our cut list, all right? Sorry, I'm like taking so long to get to it. This is our cut list, right? Let me see if I can get, ooh. Oh, gosh, I just got irritated by something. Let me see if, I don't like, I'm sorry, getting distracted. Anyways, so coming in at number 10 on our cuts of the week this week, we have Angel Numbers, 10 Toes by Chris Brown. Angel Numbers by Chris Brown. And, well, Angel Numbers / 10 Toes, because you know that's like a track that he took and he like did a remix, you know, added like a little extra part. You know, he make like 10 different versions of one song. He's very talented. I love me some Chris Brown. The talent inside Chris Brown is impeccable, and I also feel like it's otherworldly, and I'm impressed by the song, the cadence, the flow, the tempo, the vocal production. I have no notes, right? I've been loving the song since it came out. I love the emotions that the song channels. Coming in hot at number 9, or maybe it's lukewarm, I don't know, but it's Kiss Me by Ariana Grande. Ariana did her thing on her latest album, Pedal. Now, I talked to you about that last week or the week before, I don't know, but I talked to you about that last week, and I told you that I was gonna listen, and I listened to her whole album, front to back to front, side to side, flipped it around and listened to it again. And my thoughts about that album is it's kind of dark, and it mentions the word death a lot. She is insanely, incredibly talented though, so she put it in such a way that it makes you kind of fantasize about the lyrics, right? I already told y'all my favorite songs last week, but my favorite song this last week was Kiss Me, and that is actually the opening song on the track. Then coming at number 8, we have Wetter by Twister, and that is my jam right there. That was a song I played a lot last week. I already know what's gonna happen from this. I already know. So that yeah, I need to go listen to that song. It's a really good song. Hey ladies, yeah, if you know you yeah, don't need no man, got your own, got on your, if you was let me bend it. Oh, sorry, let me not, I'm not trying to get a copyright. Coming in at number 6, we got 0 to 100 by Drizzy Drake, The Ketchup. And guess what? That is a song. I was actually out on a run, as I do, and I was listening to that song and the vocal production, just the energy of that song and the energy of the music that used to be released. So the thing about me is that I'm a listener and I'm a fan of great arts. So that being music, and that being movies, and that being TV shows, both scripted and unscripted. So with our cuts of the week, I really thought that it was really important to add a diversity. Now this past week, I've had a lot of music. Now it'll sometimes be that way, and if you want me to mention a track or shout out a track from you or somebody that you know, you hit me up on Insta at MJTV on YouTube. All right, and just simply send me a DM and let me know that you got somebody you want to shout out, or during our radio portion, you let me know who you think deserves a spot to showcase their talent. Now, speaking of talent, we got Baby Tate. Now, speaking of Baby Tate, that's not what this is about, but speaking of Baby Tate, because she came in number 5 for, you know, her bop I Am featuring Flo Milli. And it's a dope song. Beside the point, her personally, on not even that personal, but like on a like through the screen personal. Her personality and her I wish that she never did. I want to say she was one of those that did Love and Hip Hop. She did Love and Hip Hop, right? Baby Tate, did Baby Tate do Love and Hip Hop?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, disregard if she did not. But I thought that she did. My whole point is when the people get on these reality shows, after you've already maintained success, you have to be very mindful on, you have to be very cautious and careful on the people that you affiliate with. I think the only person I've seen come out from reality TV unscathed was K. Michelle. And kudos to her because she's handling RHOA like a boss. I think more so in the later half of that season 17. But for all of my peoples that are doing reality TV and you want to make it big and give a bigger platform to your media, find another way. Find another way, because reality TV, it has one job, and that's to be entertaining, right? And of course we want to be entertained, right? That's why we watch it. But the thing about it is you can't have it both ways. It's either going to be you go on that show and you act a fool, or you're going to go on that show and be made to look like a fool. It's either one or the other, right? You can have producers that are your friends, but it's never going to be given what you wanted to give, and that's just facts. Coming in at number 4, we got Pop That Thing by the Bay. Pop That Thing, let it pop, let it pop. Go listen to that song. It's a very dope thing. And then I told you already that the cut of the week might or might not have movie TV shows. I think I want to put more movie TV shows on here next week. But coming in at number 3 was Spider-Man Brand New Day. Again, I want to go see it again, and I want to see it in 4D actually. Shout out. Huh?
Laughter still going?
Oh. Okay. It should be off now. So I want to give a shout out to the makers of Spider-Man. I really feel like, really feel like in my heart of hearts that it wasn't necessary to have another movie. I don't know. But me being such a lover of Spider-Man, I'm always going to go support and show out. Coming in hot at number 2, we got I'm Getting Ready by Tasha Cobbs featuring Nicki Minaj. And that was a very great energy put out into the world when that song came out. I really do think that we need more collaborations with the gospel and other genres. It doesn't just have to be hip hop. I know that song caused a lot of controversy when it first came out, but the reality is we need more crossovers. I know that there's always been this historic thing with, in the church. This is me being controversial again myself. However, I have to be honest with you because that's what I do. I'm Getting Ready, I feel like, set a new tone and a new height to not only female rap, but just not even just hip hop, but in music. It showed how different genres, even genres that historically are nemesis, can work together. It's almost like when two gangs in the streets kind of work together for one common thing. I feel like that's how this was. I mean, she even in that line of the song has, she talks about the devil shooting up somebody. But that's my girl, and I love me some Nicki Minaj, of course. Coming in hot at number 1, we got RHOA Season 17 Reunion Part 2. And we absolutely, when I say we, you and I, we absolutely, not the outside people, I'm talking about us. We love RHOA over here. So, we were fans of season 17, and I know that if you are a true RHOA fan, I know that you appreciated the whole rollout of this season. You had to, because we had all of the women who had some type of true relation, and this all goes into why this show made the cut this week, right? We got all of the ladies. You got Kelly and Kelly and Shamia. You got Pinky and K Michelle. They in the same sorority. You got Angela and Drew. They both from Chicago, and they both got a lot of similarities. And then you got Portia and Phaedra. And I just really feel like that this is a very cohesive cast, and this whole season 17 as a whole was great. I think it had great energy. It was new energy. You had a lot of liars. You had a lot of weirdos, and you had a lot of like camp, as we say. We got a lot of things that was camp for RHOA. I think the promo was good. I think the confessionals, everything. We have our star bag. You got to think for the little small elements that we don't talk about for the show, and what makes it so good, and the reason why they don't need to do anything with this show for season 18. But that being said, speaking of shows, let me go ahead and show you what we have to be on the lookout for.
It's a different world than where you come from. Yes, it is now. Go again, Tato. I know my parents love me. Stand behind me, come with me. I know now that I'm ready, for I finally heard them say it's a different world than where you come from. It's a different world than where you come from. It's a different world than where you come from. It's a different world than where you come from.
Nah, that joint came out.
Yeah. Thank you. Come on, different world. Put me in the world.
Chef's kiss. She did the thing, right? She completely did the thing. I really think that, now, if you did not know, Aretha Franklin, shout out to her, did the original show. She did the original, and I love this. Like, I really do think that this show was good. It looks so they dropped the news that Brandy is going to be doing the official theme song for A Different World. Now, with A Different World, the thing that I love about it is that they're going to bring it back, and it does not seem, because, and I say it does not seem because we can never be too sure with today's way that they do reboots, but it seems that we're going to get what we're looking for. They're bringing back the original cast, and it's going to be produced by Netflix. So I have high hopes. The only other reboot that I saw that was really, really good was Bel Air. That was the only one, of course, from the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. So that's the only show that I really felt like that they brought back that was really, really good. You let me know what you think. Drop it down in the chat. And don't forget to drop your daily dose of crowns too while you at it. I'm gonna let you know, remind you of that. But no, honestly, Brandy has concerned a lot of people recently in the media as well, after popping out, doing a little bit of press, just a little tiny bit of press for the new show, A Different World, coming out, theme song being sang by her. She went back to her hometown and she received a key. She received a key to the city, and she donated $100,000 to a charity, and to the school. I'm sorry. Let me get it right. She donated $100,000 to her middle school's band. Her middle school's band. She did. So big whoops to her, big shout out to her. But the thing about it is her hometown, first of all, her hometown is McComb, Mississippi. She went to the middle school, and shout out to Higgins Middle School in McComb, Mississippi. That is where she went to middle school from, the vocal Bible herself. But the thing about it is recently she's been spotted out, and she's been looking a lot smaller than usual. Now, before I show you what she looks like now, let me show you this. This is what she looked like prior to. Now, if you, which I'm sure you know this already, right? But if you did not know, Brandy actually, she was on tour, and she was on tour with Monica. When she was on tour with Monica, this is what she looked like, as you can see behind the stage.
Hey, I'm
This
Brandy, and whenever I'm in
is
Mississippi,
what we have
I'm kicking
now.
it with Kixie 107. Peace. Hey.
I don't know. I think that something is going on. I think something is going on. I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it. I don't know what's going on with all of our celebrities. I think that we need to be very careful and cautious on how we talk about and how we handle, and this kind of goes into mental health too, but we'll talk about that later on the mental note. Right now, I want to talk about Brandy real quick, because I know that she just received, and again, shout out to Brandy, because she, donated the 100,000, and she received the key to her city in Mississippi. But I don't know what's going on with all of our celebrities. Lately, what's been happening is they pop out and they look very, very, very small. They are losing a whole lot of weight. I don't know at this point, and I want you to let me know. You let me know. Should we be concerned or should we not speak on it? Should we be concerned or should we not speak on it when we see? Because think back when this happened with Chadwick Boseman. When this happened with Chadwick Boseman, and this is also another picture of Ariana right here. But when this happened with Chadwick Boseman, we didn't want to talk about it because we felt like, how can we? We felt like, how can we talk about when this happened with Chadwick Boseman and he was like on the left? You see, he looked like, he had a full, we know what happened with him. He ended up getting cancer, and he passed away, unfortunately. But who didn't pass away are these two. And I still want to make sure that we, as a society, are doing our due diligence. I feel like what I want to see is I want us to be able to listen to people on social media and say, hey, you know what? Maybe they were right. Because this is not okay. This is not okay. But at the same time, she said that she's fine and she doesn't want people speaking on her body. And Ariana Grande said the same thing too. This photo that you're seeing of Ariana Grande is actually from her most recent video. She just taped it, had to be recently. And this is from her latest album. It's the song is called Hate That It's called Pedal. My apologies. This is from her music video Pedal. And this is what she looks like now, and this was in her video. Now keep in mind, they say that the camera adds X amount of weight to you anyway, and me being a creator myself, I can attest that is true. So if the camera adds, they say 10 pounds, but to your body, imagine in real life. That's all I'm going to say. Again, should we be concerned or should we speak on it? Now, speaking of being concerned and speaking on it, and we already mentioned like why we don't speak on it because of what happened with Chadwick Boseman. Take a look at this. Now, Brandy, on the other hand, this caught me off guard when I seen this. I just knew that this was not real. You could just tell. You could see in her face, in her beautiful face, and you can see in just like how slim her beautiful face is. I am concerned, and I, as a fan, I'm concerned. As a person, I'm concerned, and I don't know why I see so much on social media, people saying all these isms and things like that. Oh, we're this, we're that, because we're commenting. I'm not body shaming anybody, and I'll be the first person to say that I was wrong if I'm speaking on a woman because I'm a guy, but I don't want this to come off that way. I'm speaking up because I care, and I want somebody to just let her know, and I want to see her back at her healthy weight. This couldn't be healthy. But I wish her the best. And in light of music, we also have to talk about Miss Carisha Brownlee. Shout out to Carisha. She has reached the peak in Billboard when she released her single Spin That. It reached the Hot 100 on Billboard. Shout out to her. Shout out to Young Miami for Spin That and becoming what people call the song of the summer. So Miss Carisha Brownlee, aka Young Miami, has been very successful since departing from the group that she was a part of, which was the City Girls. And if you have not been paying attention, she is blowing up quicker than we know and probably even expected. So with Young Miami, I think it's just very important that we look at we think a little bit about like where she started from, which, you know, with the City Girls and like blowing up like piece by piece. She held the group down when JT was, you know, behind bars, and she's been doing her thing ever since. But since she's dropped her music, she's been going through a lot of things. Since she departed from the group, she's been going through a lot of things. So I want to show you just a short clip on her at this most recent interview. I want you to listen and pay attention, and then I will come right back on the screen.
Have you cried making certain songs for this album?
Yes, I did.
What made you cry?
Just, you know how you look at something like life and you just be like, damn.
Yep.
This is what it came to.
Yep.
Damn, this is where we at.
When did this industry break your heart?
Oh my God, when everybody pushed me out, left me for dead, just said, you're done.
Yeah.
And just, that broke my heart.
Yeah.
Right. So look, that's the thing. I feel like when it comes to this industry that she speaks of, which, you know, it can be very challenging, I think that she has a lot of valid points, and I'm actually interested in her putting it into the music. I'm interested in hearing what Young Miami got to say from her lens, because I was one of those people who she had to grow on me, and she did successfully grow on me. I actually felt like she has like a very, very, very big personality, and if you have any type of feeling that you feel about her, let me know. Because I kind of like feel like I understand where she's coming from, but I also feel like what is this album even, what type of like substance is it going to have? I've seen Young Miami with The Diddler. I've seen her with different people that I don't really, you know, that just was not really good for her image, and it was not a good look, and then the timing of it all was not good either. That being said, watch this.
Like, I always say this, that I would never allow a man to come into my house. A man can't come into my personal space. Like, we just not doing that.
So
I have to come over to your house.
That's facts.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm asking is, have you ever felt comfortable with a man where you giving yourself to a person, where now have they unlocked a tier in a relationship which allows them to meet your children?
No.
No man has ever met your child.
I mean, my baby father have met my child, and someone I was dating previously before.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what she said. And then my baby daddy, like, I had a child with him. So, like, I don't do that.
That's the same for me. My children
I just feel like my children are off limits. Like, what you need to meet my kids for?
I mean, you tell me what you think. She talking about she don't let a man in her house and thing. Sometimes she seems like the most wholesome person, but sometimes I don't really know how to read her. I wish that in these days, the artists that dropped, you know, music, I wish that they just lived a more exclusive lives. And I don't mean private necessarily, because we're in the age of social media, obviously, but I just mean that I wish that they lived lives that required them to just kind of be grounded and be real people. Speaking of being real, this next person is a little bit too real. She is someone that probably is multi-generational because she's had bops that your grandparents can listen to and that, you know, your kids in high school can listen to and then your kids in elementary can listen to as well, right? Because it's not always explicit. And she's very colorful as a person, and I'm talking about the Doja Cat. She is going on tour, and her tour is going to be called Mavi, however you pronounce it. She's going on tour, and she's taking for the North American leg Lato. Now Lato just dropped a baby, so I'm interested in seeing her on the stage. But Doja Cat will be touring, going to a lot of places. I see she wanted to make sure that she didn't miss the mark. She's gonna be everywhere: Boston, New York. She's gonna be in Vancouver, Detroit, Chicago. She coming to everywhere. She coming to my town, your town, everybody's town, right? She coming everywhere. Shout out to her. Shout out to Doja Cat for going on tour. I'm excited to see where she goes with this whole because the thing about it is with Lotto and Doja both being on tour at the same, like with them like sharing the stage, I don't know how it's going to work. I just know that Lotto was announced. I don't really think that I'm interested in seeing how this plays out. I'm not against it. I like both ladies, and I think they both make decent music. I've listened to different tracks. They both have tracks that stand out to me. I mean, I'm curious to see. Oh, but I will say I will be in attendance. I will definitely be in the building. I don't know if you listened to Doja's actual like latest album, like her actual album, but it seems like she's gonna have a good time on this tour. Like look at her. Yeah, I do think that she is going to be really good on tour. I've not ever been to, let me know in the chat if you've ever been to a Doja Cat concert or anything, like any show, any of her performances, because I have not yet had the luxury, but I do plan to support. I think she's a phenomenal rapper actually, and I think that this album that she just released, the VIE album, if you haven't heard it, go listen. But I listened to it front to back to front, you know, side to side, flipped it around, spun it around, and I listened to it again. And I personally feel like the album was a bop. It was 100% one of her best works, probably her magnum opus, because it has a lot of classic songs on it. She did not have to use a lot of samples either in her album. She did not have to use a lot of samples. She did a really good, and she's a really good performer. Look at her. She is a really, really good performer. She's really good at what she does. She puts on a show. She puts on a show. She does. She puts on a really, really good show. You see, she is crazy. But I'm interested in seeing where this is going to go. I thought that the album had a lot of outstanding rap to singing transitions. I thought it had a beautiful production quality. I thought it had timeless artwork design, because when you look at the album, and I didn't, but when you look at the album, you will see that, like, you know, she's in this blue background, and she's just like floating with a little air balloon, and it's simple. And when you have the most, let me tell you something about me being a music person. Let me give you a little tip. When you want to find an album from an artist, say it's your first time listening to them, and you want to hear someone that's going to deliver great quality music, the thing you need to do is find their album that had the most simple artwork. When they have simple artwork, that is going to be the best. Think Jay-Z, the Blueprint. Think Nicki Minaj, the Pink Print. Think Chris Brown. Yeah, because he don't miss. So anything, any album. Think Beyonce, the Beyonce self-titled album. I really do think that I'm interested in seeing this tour though. That being said, we are going to go ahead and go on commercial break, on radio break. We will be back. The time is 10:28. We will be back by 10:35. Let me tell you what you're going to do. You're going to keep it locked. We will be back at 10:35. We'll be back at 10:35. So keep it locked.
I found myself speaking more like my mama, thinking more like my mama, playing these niggas like mama. She used to say, baby, watch 'em, men gon' show you who they are. Don't fall in love with potential if he can't afford your heart. I ain't arguing no more, I just observe and adjust. Let him think he running game, whole time I'm 3 moves up. I used to love with my eyes closed, now I peep the signs quicker. Used to get a benefit, now I calculate the picture. Ooh, I hear a voice in my head, don't you let that man play you. If he moving funny, baby, fall back and let him expose. I'm smoother with it now, I don't react, I respond. He think he got me figured out, whole time I'm gone. Speaking more like my mama, thinking more like my mama, playing these niggas like mama. She said keep your own money, never beg for a seat. If he wants you, he gon' show you, ain't chasing no man's feet. Now I smile and let him talk, let him flex, let him lie. Men love a mystery, so I give him just enough to try. I don't crash out, I don't press, I just step back and let him invest. Used to wear my heart open, now it's laced with lace and armor. I ain't bitter, I'm just better, guess I'm turning to my mama. Ooh, I hear a voice in my head, don't you let that man play you. If he moving funny, baby, fall back and let him expose. I'm smoother with it now, I don't react, I respond. He think he got me figured out, whole time I'm gone. Speaking more like my mama, thinking more like my mama, playing these niggas like mama. She was right, I hate that she was right. Every lesson hit different when you live it in real life. I ain't hard, I'm just wise, ain't cold, I'm composed. I don't need revenge, I just let him lose. And lately I found myself smiling like my mama, walking away like mama, playing it cool like mama. And lately I found myself speaking more like my mama, thinking more like my mama, playing these niggas like mama. She used to say, baby, watch 'em, men gon' show you who they are. Don't fall in love with potential if he can't afford your heart. I ain't arguing no more, I just observe and adjust. Let him think he running game, whole time I'm 3 moves up. I used to love with my eyes closed, now I peep the signs quicker. Used to get a benefit, now I calculate the picture. Ooh, I hear a voice in my head, don't you let that man play you. If he moving funny, baby, fall back and let him expose. I'm smoother with it now, I don't react, I respond. He think he got me figured out, whole time I'm gone. Speaking more like my mama, thinking more like my mama, playing these niggas like mama. She said keep your own money, never beg for a seat. If he wants you, he gon' show you, ain't chasing no man's feet. Now I smile and let him talk, let him flex, let him lie. Men love a mystery, so I give him just enough to try. I don't crash out, I don't press, I just step back and let him invest. Used to wear my heart open, now it's laced with lace and armor. I ain't bitter, I'm just better, guess I'm turning to my mama. Ooh, I hear a voice in my head, don't you let that man play you. If he moving funny, baby, fall back and let them expose. I'm smoother with it now. I don't react, I respond. He think he got me figured out. Whole time I'm gone, speaking more like my mama, thinking more like my mama, playing these niggas like mama. She was right, I hate that she was right. Every lesson hit different when you live it in real life. I ain't hard, I'm just wise. Ain't cold, I'm composed. I don't need revenge, I just let them lose. And lately I found myself smiling like my mama, walking away like mama, playing it cool like mama. And lately I found myself speaking more like my mama, thinking more like my mama, playing these niggas like mama. She used to say, baby, watch 'em, men gon' show you who they are. Don't fall in love with potential if he can't afford your heart. I ain't arguing no more, I just observe and adjust. Let him think he running game, whole time I'm 3 moves up. I used to love with my eyes closed, now I peep the signs quicker. Used to get a benefit, now I calculate the picture. Ooh, I hear a voice in my head, don't you let that man play you. If he moving funny, baby, fall back and let him expose. I'm smoother with it now, I don't react, I respond. He think he got me figured out. Whole time I'm gone, speaking more like my mama, thinking more like my mama, playing these niggas like mama. She said keep your own money, never beg for a seat. If he wants you, he gon' show you. You ain't chasing no man's feet. Now I smile and let him talk, let him flex, let him lie. Men love a mystery, so I give him just enough to try. I don't crash out, I don't press, I just step back and let him invest. Used to wear my heart open, now it's laced with lace and armor. I ain't bitter, I'm just better, guess I'm turning to my mama. Ooh, I hear a voice in my
Alright. I want to know, and welcome to the People's Business. You are listening to Majestic MJ. Now, for the People's Business, the question of the day: should your close friends know who you are dating? I want to know. Should your close friends know who you're dating? Now, obviously, you know, we have to keep in mind that sometimes they say that your friends don't need to know everything, right? That's what they say. Do I agree with that? I don't know, but that's what people say. Now, my thing is this right here. If we're going to get to a point where you don't tell your friends or family, whoever, those are that they're like closest to you, if you don't tell them who you're dating and what you're doing and who you're doing it with, then who do you tell? And I also think that we have to be careful and cautious on what we do tell at the same time. Now, this came up because I happen to know a person that knows a person who is friends with somebody but is not able to share with their friend who they're dating. And there's no reason for it. They happen to be very cool individuals, individually. And then they happen to have like a very unique chemistry about these two friends. But I want to know, is it more layers? Is it a such thing as looking too deep into this? Because listen, here's the thing. When you play the game of I want to share this and I don't want to share that, then it opens up the door and the floodgates to, well, why are you sharing X with me now? You get what I'm saying? Let me break it down a little bit more, just real quick. Walk with me. So I'm dating somebody new, right? Not even me. Let's use somebody else for an example. Somebody is dating somebody else, and you don't tell them. Now, mind you, it's been months. It's been time spent. You don't want to tell your friends who you date. Is that weird? Let me know in the chat. Is it weird or not to not share who you're dating with your friends. I mean, why wouldn't you want to share with them? Huh? Also, I want to know, now we have a thing over here. You should know what this means already, but if you don't, I'm here to share, care, and explain, all right? So, chopped or iced? Chopped, obviously, is something is trash, like it's on a chopping block, right? Iced would be like you looking like you dripped out, like you drippy, like you swagging, like, you know what I'm saying? So understand the terminology, okay? That's your course for tonight, all right? So social media users' opinions are split. It's a video I'm going to show you. Users on all of Twitter are chirping and they buzzing. It's this video. Let me show you the video and then we're going to come back.
Okay, I'm dead fresh carton.
You see?
Don't take cardigan.
You see?
Virgin Mary flowers say I pull up fish.
Now, my thing is this right here. Social media users are split on if this guy's outfit is giving looks based off of his style or if the outfit is name branded or not. It's weird. Why are we so like obsessed with brands these days? It's weird. Why is it that we can't just enjoy each other for the inner, the thing that you can't buy? Because this is what's inside is what matters. This has this in here. This is the power. This is the real majesticness inside of you. This is the real majesticness inside of you. But people worried about name brand. Let me show you this video one more time.
Okay, I'm dead fresh carton. Don't take cardigan. Virgin Mary flowers say I pull up fish.
I don't understand. I mean, he's decent. He's dressed regular, but people want to know, is this branded or not? You let me know. Let me know. Is this branded? Yay or nay? That's my producer over here playing with these cards. My alibi. All right, so that wraps us up for the people's business. I want you to weigh in on the chat. Let me know with this video that I showed you. Are people being too unrealistic? I want you to tell me, are people being realistic when they think about, when they're judging somebody from the outside? You meet somebody at a bar, at a a Panera Bread, a grocery store, your Publix. You meet somebody at Publix. You meet somebody at Kroger. You meet somebody, at Walmart, and then you see them on the outside, and you're like, oh, okay, they put that on. Oh, that's icy right there. It's iced. Or do you say, nah, they chop because they don't got a Gucci belt. They don't got the Gucci socks. You know what I'm saying? They don't got the Rolex. They not driving the BMW. Like, I think that we has gotten carried away with I think that we've gotten very carried away as a society with these types of things. Moving on, I want to go ahead and throw it on a quick break, because here's the thing, we are live, and you know what, we just gonna roll with it. Actually, we just gonna go with it. All right, so for whatever reason, so we have a list of weekly resources. Oh gosh. We have a list of weekly resources, and 211 is going to be your local assistance, and that is the number that you can call if you are at home and you need to know about, your natural disasters. You need relief, from natural disasters. You need benefits. You need support in any way that you could possibly think of. That is going to be your best bet whenever you're looking for support to be given to you, where like in that specific area or territory. You want to go to find help, which is going to be FINDHELP, which is drop down, and you're going to search your zip code and you're going to find a local help with food, housing, bills, healthcare, or jobs, or more. You're going to find that Find Help is a great resource for you if you're looking for shelter, if you're looking for relief on paying bills, if you are dealing with healthcare issues, if you are looking to find a job. Whatever you might need support at, that will be a very good resource for you to have, is Find Help. You're just going to go to your Google and you're going to type in FINDHELP, and you are going to type in your zip code, and you're going to find the help that you need. And then when you find it, you're going to come back and let me know that you found it. You're going to go to American Job Centers if you need to get free help with searching for a job, with building a resume, with career counseling, with workforce training, which, by the way, is a really, really, really good way to go get into whatever field it is that you're looking to get into. A lot of people sleep on that. You can't sleep on a trade. I am a very big advocate for obviously mental health and education, things about me. You guys know this already. So American Job Centers is going to be very good resource for you if you're a person who you're looking to either do a career change, or you're looking to maybe expand on your career, or if you're looking to make any type of major move. You want to go to American Job Centers. Don't sleep on them. They offer you really good workforce training, and this is not a sponsored message, and they are not endorsing me. 988 Suicide and Crisis is going to be another great option or a great resource for you if you are battling demons and those demons might be pushing you a little bit close to the edge. You're going to call or text 988 for confidential support or suicide thoughts you may be experiencing. I care about all of you, every single one of you, whether you know about me or not. And I want to make sure that I really I share that with you. 988, if you or someone that you know is battling suicide or depression, maybe they're harm to themselves or to others, dial 988 and get some crisis relief. All right. Our last resource for this week is going to be St. Louis Rent and Utility Assistance, and shout out to STL. Shout out to STL for being amazing. You can find local programs that may help with rent, eviction prevention, utility bills, and to prevent shut off from happening. And I am talking about Spire, and I'm talking about all of those amazing things. Who am I kidding? They're not amazing. They're bills. If you want help with your bills, whether that be utility or rent, you need to reach out to St. Louis Rent and Utility Assistance and see what type of relief and support they can offer you. Again, that is St. Louis Rent and Utility Assistance. All right. I think I already told you guys most of the numbers, but if I didn't, I want you to look again. I want you to understand. So for 211, you're going to dial the number, quite literally 211, in order to get in contact with them. In order to find help, you're going to go to findhelp.org, and American Job Centers is where you're going to go. If you are looking for a job or looking for resume help, or if you want career counseling, again, they are not endorsing me or sponsoring this video. You're going to dial 1-877-872-5627. Again, that was 1-877-872-5627. We have suicide relief, and you're going to dial 988. And then last but not least, for St. Louis rent and utility assistance, you're going to dial 314-615-3632. Now, it is time to go ahead and wrap up It Takes a Village, because guess what? We are not in this alone. And guess what else? You have support. You can always find what you're looking for as long as you have breath in your body. You have been given another chance. Now, that has been our It Takes a Village, and we're going to go ahead and cut to a radio break. We will be back. The current time is 10:48. You're gonna come back, keep it locked over here. You're gonna come back at you're gonna come back at 10:54. We will be back at 10:54. Go ahead, sit down, settle down, grab you a snack, and chill out. We will be right back with more show for you.
Staying up lately, thinking about our future, thinking about my future. Anyways, you've been on my mind lately. Like, is it really true love? Are we really meant to be these days? 'Cause everyone's already in love. So I've been thinking about my future, our future. Anyways, the heart wants what it wants. If you let go, I won't. They say when love won't stay, then go. No, the heart wants what it wants. If you let go, I won't. They say let go, but I'm stuck on you. I might be wishing for something different, and maybe that's why it takes time. But when I look around and everyone's smitten, I can't help but feel like love is taking its time. 'Cause everyone's already in love, and I'm starting to feel like we are falling behind. The heart wants what it wants. If you let go, I won't. They say when love won't stay, let go. The heart wants what it wants. If you let go, I won't. They say let go, but I'm stuck on you. Maybe we are just at the finish line. We ran out of time. Oh, and maybe my love for you is stronger than what they say. The heart wants what it wants. If you let go, I won't. They say when love won't stay, then go. No, the heart wants what it wants. If you let go, I won't. They say let go, but I'm stuck on you. I'm stuck It's a heart you didn't wanna feel. I kept holding on, hoping you would change, but loving you was costing me everything. You left me broken, thought I'd fall apart, but walking away was the best place to start. Every tear I cried was clearing out the pain. Every lonely night was teaching me your name. Ain't worth the hurt, ain't worth the time. I found me on the other side. Thought you had to lose you just to win myself. Thought you had to choose me over someone else. You were the lesson, not the blessing. Baby, look at me now. Boy, I'm loving harder than I ever did. Boy, you're living stronger than I ever lived. You were a chapter, not the end. I'm better in the end. Oh, I look back, I finally understand. You were holding me down more than holding my hand. I gave you all of me, you gave me half of you, but now my heart beats louder in the truth. And when I think about how far I've come, losing you was the best thing I've ever done. Every tear I cried was washing you away. Every lonely night was leading to the day. And now I see exactly
When you finally get to a place where you're done, it's nothing but silence. You have nothing else to say. There's nothing else to say.
How
but
did
to
you
walk.
know you had nothing left to say?
Because I love until I can't love no more. And I give until I can't give no more. I don't force my way out of anything that I'm not ready to leave. I don't force my way out of anything that I'm not ready to give up on. I have to be at my wit's end. You wanna know why? It feels better. When you force yourself out of something, is why you go back. Because now it's like, but what if? And maybe this could have been done differently.
Right.
Always exhaust all options. When you did all you can do, there's nothing else to say when you walk away. Damn. That's the powerful silence.
Yeah.
Because you're walking away with your peace.
Yes.
And you're free.
Well, welcome back, and you are tuned into Majestic MJ. And listen, I second that motion. I think you have to, in this life and in your best well-being, you have to get to a point where you kind of exhaust all options, and there really is no other option but to move on. Now, obviously, this is easier said than done, but take it from the words of Tiana Taylor herself, which, by the way, shout out to her. She has been everywhere doing everything, and I think that deserves a little bit of recognition, no matter how she might have gotten there. I think that we have to take a step back when we think about protecting our own mental. I want to pose a question, or I want to tell you something first, and then I want to pose a question. But so my whole thing is energy flows where attention goes, right? Now, with that being said, because energy flows where attention goes, we have to be very careful and cautious on how we spend our energy. Think of energy as your currency, and how you spend your currency is how you spend your money. You know, and imagine if the way that you spend your money is the way you spend your time. But I'll tell you something. A lot of how you spend your money, if you're responsible or irresponsible, is how you're going to spend your energy. take that with you, and I want you guys to keep this video in mind.
Do you want to know why you're too tired? You want to know why you're overwhelmed? You want to know why you're stressed out? You want to know why you have no time for yourself? It's because of the power you give to other people's opinions, their emotions, their immature behavior. It's the ways in which you are turning people into a problem in your life. And here's the sad fact. The sad fact is other people should be the greatest source of happiness and connection and inspiration. But if you don't truly learn this skill that we're going to talk about today of focusing on what you can control and letting people be who they are, letting things play out as they're playing out, and then bringing the power back in-house and really focusing on how you respond to it. If you embrace this skill, you're going to be shocked. And that's why I also think we're so susceptible to distraction, because we've given so much power away all day long.
I mean, again, you know, in order to fully, you know, develop and thrive in today's world where there are so many changes and uncertainties, you have to be very careful and cautious on what you allow to sit in your energy, in your spirit, in your essence. And a lot of the way we spend our time is an indicator of how our energy is going to be left to feel. And a lot of how we spend our time shows in how we spend our money. If you think about how you spend your money, and whether you are responsible, you pay your bills on time, or if you're irresponsible and you decide to spend your money elsewhere when you should have been understanding that bill cycle was coming back up. Just saying, you know, I hate to hear it, but you know, it's just, we have to be very careful and cautious, right? That's what this whole thing is about, and that's what I want you to know. I thought this was a little bit funny, and I wanted to share this little token with you.
And bitch, shake that depressed, sad shit off. You understand me? It's all right to have your days. It's all right to have your moments where you just feel down. It's all right. But when tomorrow comes, bitch, when tomorrow comes, ho, shake that shit off like it never happened, bitch. Because you being sad, you being depressed is not going to do anything for you. You understand me? That's going to make you sick. It's going to make the situation worse. All right? So remember that, bitch. Whatever you going through, ho, it's always light at the end of the motherfucking tunnel, bitch. See your way through, ho. See your way through. Don't you motherfucking give up. Don't let that shit eat you up. Whatever you going through, bitch, don't let it eat you up. Keep your motherfucking head up, ho. You got this. You understand me, bitch? Okay, that's all I got to say.
There's some characters on social media. I don't know this guy's TikTok, but I will make sure that I give them the proper credit that they deserve. But I thought that was funny because I'm just keep it rolling. Actually, I'm just keep it rolling. Yeah, so that is our mental note for today. Energy flows where attention goes. Energy is going to either take you high or it's going to take you low. But you can't have energy without accountability. And you have to understand the role you play in why your energy feels the way it is. If you're feeling drained, take accountability. Why do you feel drained? Oh, you allowed this, you allowed that, and this is the result of, you know, said actions. So take that into consideration. We have to talk about in order to be a boss, the cost for that is going to be well-being. You have to take care of yourself, okay? That being said, being a boss requires being smart and being strategic. I want you to listen to this woman, and we'll come right back.
The beauty of copyright is that even if you don't file it with the Copyright Office, United States Copyright Office, that if I make a voice memo in my phone right now and I pull it out and I say, I'm on your heels, I'm on your heels, and I stop it, and then somebody else releases a song, then I'll say, hey, like, that's my song. And it's like, how do you know? Well, it's copyrighted because I have it here on this date. So something is copywritten when it is in a tangible fixed medium. And because we have, once you write it down, once you record it in Pro Tools, it is now copywritten. Wow. And you are the owner. However, you cannot go to court with the case unless it is legally registered with the Copyright Office.
So you can't just go out here and just drop your business and expect that everything's going to be okay. There's actually a guy that I happen to follow. He's on, and shout out to him. He does really good work. He goes by the name, what's my guy's name? He's really, really big on TikTok, and I know his name is JC Carter. The Hopeless Romantic Society. Yeah, him, that guy. Shout out to him. Number one, he's very talented, but more importantly, he was minding his business, but while minding his business, somebody tried to rip him off. So he was walking. I don't know how much of a joke this was for him, but I know he was walking in a store and he sees some shirt that says Hopeless Romantic Society. Imagine that. Imagine you do all of this heavy lifting. You have this unorthodox, unique business opportunity, and you take it and you're doing, you're doing your thing, getting the brand alive and everything like that. But then your brand is ate up by some big shark, in the tank. Imagine that, and all because you didn't, follow the proper protection, but luckily you got me on your side, and I'm not gonna let you go out like that, friend. So make sure that you protect your brand and protect your business by filing not only the LLCs. Everyone on planet Earth has gotten to understand pretty much how that concept works. You file a LLC, sole propriety, you file the different entities and things like that, corporate. But I don't think that we talk enough about creative, that's actually called creative intellectual, and you have to make sure that you protect yourself with that trademark and protect yourself with that copyright. Those are going to be the things that matter the most in the long run, and that is how you protect yourself. You can find additional support by going to the Business Bureau website. Just Google it, the Business Bureau website, and you will find what it is that you are looking for. I want to say this real quick via somebody else, and then we'll come right back.
Some people don't trademark right away because of the cost. So they think it's going to be this huge financial investment when they're just starting their business, which makes sense. But the right way to think about this is to imagine what happens if you don't trademark. So imagine having a brand that you love, that you'd be upset if you had to change, and then someone comes along and trademarks it first. And you either find out when you go to trademark or when someone sends you a cease and desist letter and you have to rebrand with a month's notice. There's costs involved in signage and logos and websites, and just like the mental stress that you would have if you had to rebrand. It's almost always less expensive to do it up front than it is to wait and do it down the line.
Right. So listen, here's the thing. I don't think that obviously if you're just starting out with your business, then you might not have the funding already, which is understandable. However, I do want you to listen up when I say this. While you're minding your business, make sure that you have it somewhere in your mind that in order to protect my business, I'm going to file this and file that. You don't always need an attorney. You don't always need like thousands of dollars either. What you need is protection, because if you went and you built somebody else's, dream business and they have the funding, boom, it's gone just like that, So I say that to say that always go ahead and protect yourself. I want to give a shout out to one of my RHOA women, Kelly Potter, aka Miss Chicken and Waffles. She did her thing yet again. She not only did she revive RHOA and she set a standard, but she's thriving, and she did have a recent location, Nana's Chicken and Waffles, open up in Sandy Springs, Georgia. It went through a storm, not literally, but a financial storm, so it is no longer with us. However, I want to give her a shout out because I do recognize her being a entrepreneur, and not only successful and thriving, but she's also an entrepreneur who has what you call a brick and mortar. She's the only person on the entire cast of RHOA who has a brick and mortar business. Take that back, she's not, but she does do very well in that area. So with that being said, I also want to shout out Pinky Cole, Slutty Vegan, and Phaedra Parks, who attorney offices. They do really well as successful women on the show, and I want to give them a shout out. Also, shout out to Miss Chicken and Waffles merch line that just launched. Shout out about that because it was cute. It's a whole bunch of merch just talking about her being the standard, which I thought was cute. Even Marlo chimed in because people wanted to dispute Kelly and make it seem like, oh, she's not setting the standard and she's not the standard. But I do think that she has set a standard. If you look at all of her events on season 16, she was there setting a standard. She set some of the biggest events up, okay? And I'm talking Ball, Maine, all right? Fashion houses that we don't even talk about, all right? She's really good. She's a great standard. I would like to give you guys a tip. But first I want to give a shout out to Kenya. Also, I want to give a shout out to Kenya for taking her business as well, and Portia also. We have a lot of thriving entrepreneurs on RHOA, and big shout out to all of them for holding down. Portia is pampered by Portia. We have Kenya, of course, Kenya More Hair Care, Kenya More Hair Care. So shout out to all of those women, and I do want to say as a tip, I want to say that 1 cent equals $100 when managed properly. So do with that as you will. I'll say it slow and I'll say it one more time. 1 cent equals $100 when managed properly. Okay, do with that as you will. One more thing before we leave this this space of minding our business. Target and Ulta, they recently made headlines because, and you know what? Shout out to their marketing team because they got me to open up that email, but I don't like you. I don't like whoever you are that made that email on behalf of Target. They sent me this email talking about your cart is empty, and I'm like, my Target cart? What? I don't have a Target. No, I'm not buying anything right now. I don't even we not there. I open up the email. They talk about some Ulta Beauty is leaving. I'm like, okay, y'all did that, but at the same time, no, cause don't fool me like that now. On a serious and unrelated note, Target and Ulta Beauty will be parting ways, and they will be saying goodbye to their partnership this fall. I will keep you updated as that unfolds and as that takes place. Now, speaking of folding and unfolding, let's go ahead and go into the teacher's
One of the most common questions
lounge
I'm asked
after a quick radio break. Let's go ahead and go on a quick commercial break. The time is currently 11:12. We will come back on in 3 minutes, actually, at 11:15 Eastern Time. Thank you.
Keep loving me silently, silently. You take the best and leave the rest of me, rest of me. I can't keep holding on to what we had. I can't keep holding on. You better make it last. Say it loud or let me go free. Half a love ain't love to me. I'm standing here with open hands, but I won't beg you to understand. No more waiting in between. No more living in maybe dreams. If you're here, then show me why. I'm done learning how to hide. Every promise hanging in between. All the words you never said to me. I read your eyes, but they turn away. Like you're scared of what you might say. I feel you close, but miles apart. You touch my skin, but miss my heart. I'm tired of filling in the space where your truth should take its place. I keep reaching through the side is loud, trying hard just to make you proud. But love shouldn't feel this one-sided, like I'm the only one still fighting. Every night I replay the past, wondering if this love will last, or if I'm holding on to ghost. Why you let go without a no? You can't keep loving me silently, silently. You take the best and need the rest of me, rest of me. I can't keep holding on to what we had. I can't keep holding on. You better make it last.
Yes, 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 yes. Step into the teacher's lounge with me because we gonna go ahead and talk about these schools now. University of Michigan, aka UMich, they are trying to do something kind for their scholars. What they're doing, you might ask, they're removing letter grades. They have decided that they are going to be removing letter grades as you enter as a freshman, and they are doing this in light of, drum roll please, they're doing this in light of trying to uplift the mental health of their freshmen. Now, obviously, you might say to yourself, how conducive is this going to be for their learning experience at the college? But you know, the thing about it is there is a lot of pressure when you go into college, but that's also what makes it college, because that is the one place where you already know, hey, I can't mess around here, right? Now, this is only going to be an experiment pretty much, and this does not even take place until August of 2027. So be that as it might be, if you are going to be attending UMich August 2027 and further, you need to be very mindful that with them removing letter grades, they are switching over to pass or fail. So that means that you literally have a chance to make it or don't. There is no in between anymore, which I don't really understand how that is going to help our college students as they transition into college, but I am tuned in and invested in finding out if this experiment is going to work or not. It is officially germ season. So with that being said, as we are still here in the Teacher's Lounge and most of the germs that we receive are going to be from our Futures of America, aka our little kids, understand that this is officially germ season. Now, you have to make sure you always take vitamins, always dress for the season, and always take your medicine to prevent these random and spontaneous bacteria and sicknesses. But right now we are experiencing something a little bit more. Something called the ragweed. And this is what it looks like. It's like this little grainy substance. It's like, look almost like a piece of, green lettuce or whatever. That was lettuce. That's almost what it looks like. But yes, so make sure that you are cautious of ragweeds. And you might say to yourself, what is ragweed? Well, it is a plant, so it could be anywhere. Make sure you take your I'm telling you this so that you can make sure you take with you your allergy medication, over the counter, of course. And understand that it grows different places. It's going to be in more so those wooded areas. Make sure you stay clear of that. Vacant lots is where it'll be at, roadside. Okay, so make sure you're careful. They are in full bloom now after harvesting all of the spring. Yeah, but it is that time of the year for the ragweeds. Okay, so I'm sharing this with you, and I want you to be careful. It's most common here, right in America, and it is a major trigger for allergies. Like sometimes you running around here with the little snotty nose, got your tissues in your pocket, and you can't stop coughing, your head can't stop banging. Yeah, that's right. It's probably one of these. Okay, so what you can do if you really are invested, you can look at what's called a pollen forecast, and you can check out to see how this is affecting you, if it is affecting you. Now, we are going to slide into we're going to go ahead and slide into the next story, which is a St. Louis police officer cooperative who slid into many people's DMs. Or never mind, let me stop. Let me go back. So a St. Louis police officer who went ahead and took it upon himself to mess with many different people. I think it's kind of messed up when you think about like how they're supposed to be like, serving, and it's supposed to be, like this really big protection force. That's not what's going on, and that part is very obvious. There was a St. Louis police officer who had messed with about over 10 different guys while supposedly they were in holding. And he was trying to hold them. So he has been served, and he is facing up to 30 years. You guys, just because someone works a certain field does not always mean that they are trustworthy. Okay, keep that in mind. We have Apple doing what Apple does best. Look at this, and we'll come right back. So if you care, we have Apple that is still looking to take more of our money. And if you are interested in buying into another device, they do have you covered. Here is
This is what the next iPhone 18 Pro and Pro Max is going to look like. So with the new model coming early this September, obviously you should wait in case you were planning on buying one. The big difference here, obviously the colorways. So the flagship color, this one's going to be in a dark cherry, a dark red, almost burgundy, still available in 4 colorways now. The dark red, a light blue, silver/white, as well as a dark gray/black. It's also going to be slightly thicker, so it's now going to be 8.8 millimeters, but that gives you 2 extra things, so a slightly bigger battery, around like 5,500 milliamps. That thickness will also help with the camera, because for the first time we're going to get a variable aperture on the main camera, so still 48 megapixels across the board, but that switches between f1.6 to f4. You're going to get a smaller dynamic island. We're going to get the updated A20 Pro chip on the inside. It's now 2 nanometer, and unfortunately, just like all Apple devices, it is going to increase in price, so around like $12.99.
The iOS 27 is finally here, and here's everything you need to know in just 60 seconds. First of all, Siri is finally getting useful. It can now do multiple actions at once. It can also access your photos, your messages, your files to give you much better results. And finally, it understands the context better, so you can have a fruitful conversation with it. There's even a dedicated Siri app, and visually also, it looks much better than before. Next up, the photo cleanup tool is much smarter now, and it doesn't mess up like before. You can extend photos beyond the original frame, and my favorite feature is definitely the facial reframing. Just open any old photo, tap here, and you can create an entirely new perspective from the same image. It works just like magic. FaceTime got surprisingly better too. You can now share both the cameras at the same time, which is quite useful, especially when you're talking to your parents. Creating shortcuts got easy too, as you just have to write the prompt and it will handle the rest. Apple's password manager got the AI twist as well. It can now automatically change compromised passwords for you so that you don't have to do it manually. I also noticed that the apps are launching much faster than before. Animations feel incredibly smooth, and there are no bugs as well. You also get the full screen widget. AirDrop has gotten much faster, and there's even this new slider to adjust the liquid glass effect. Apple has fixed the camera app too. The bottom UI shows options more clearly so that people don't get confused. It's also more one-handed friendly, and there's even a separate Siri mode. The Playground app can now generate more realistic photos, and the animations are super satisfying. iOS 27 will be rolling out to all the iPhones starting iPhone 11. But you know what? Most of the features are in partnership with Google, so you know who's better, don't you?
All right, and we are going to go ahead and so this is the thing. Apple needs to stop with this. Always want to take our money, but they make such good devices, and honestly, they actually are going to be releasing something allegedly, something called the Fold and the Flip. So they are getting into that whole world and that whole ballpark that Samsung is in right now. So this should be interesting. They are releasing it, and it's going to be what they really didn't talk about is there's going to be something called the iPhone Ultra, allegedly, and that might or might not come out this year. They are saying that it should be coming out this year, but we will have to find out and see. Now, moving right along, it is time for us to take our second to the last radio break, and I'm going ahead and get us in there. Oh, you know what? We actually gonna go ahead and power through. So
look, one of the worst
don't
things
try
you
to
can do is
test
feel
me.
like you're testing me, because I'm about to fail that bitch on purpose. You gonna test me right about your motherfucking life is what you finna do. Y'all be trying to test a motherfucker, trying to see where they at with you and trying to be strategic and shit, bitch. Guess what? Yeah, I'm standing somewhere else now. Trying to see where I stand, bitch, over there. Bitch, not in your life no more. Yeah, trying to test a motherfucker done got your feelings hurt, bitch.
And all I gotta say about that is period, okay? That has been our Written in the Stars segment, okay? Go ahead and now we're gonna go ahead and take our ratio break. We will be back at 11:29, folks. All right, we will be back at 11:29. So I will see you back at that time. Let's go ahead and cut to break. We'll be right back. We'll
Been watching the clock all day, counting every minute till you come my way. Got candles burning low in my room, and my mind keeps drifting to you. Got the dress you like on the floor, you know the one you can't ignore. Baby, when you walk through my door, you already know what's in store. I've been waiting all week long for a moment alone, and when you get here, baby, you won't wanna go home. Tonight, I just wanna love you slow, take my time and let it flow. Ain't no place we gotta be tonight. Put your hands all over me, feel the rhythm move with me. Baby, it's just you and me tonight. Your voice on the phone earlier had my heart beating quicker. You said, girl, be ready when I arrive. Now my imagination running wild. Every little thing you do got me caught up thinking about you. And the way you hold me tight, boy, you know it feels so right. I've been waiting all week long for a moment all alone. When the lights go down tonight, we gon' lose control. Tonight, I just wanna love you slow, take my time and let it flow. Ain't no place we gotta be tonight. Put your hands all over me, feel the rhythm move with me. Baby, it's just you and me. Don't let the music play, don't say a word. Your touch is all I need tonight. Stay right here with me till the morning light. Baby, don't you rush
Welcome back. Welcome back. Shout out to Red Mew. So if you are not doing show, you need to be following on the Insta. So the Insta is going to be MJTV on YouTube at it's at MJTV on YouTube. So that is what you need to be following now. Excuse me. Shout out to our #1 spinner for this past week. It is DJ Doe by The Red Muse Records. Okay, I couldn't get enough of this song last week. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's definitely #1 spinner for me. So yeah, like you just gotta understand, like this song right here had me just down bad. So shout out to them and shout out to this single. If you have not already, go and download this from Apple Music. Go, run, don't walk. Honestly, this is and no, they did not pay me a sponsorship, and no, they did not sponsor this video. But just this is actually a very, very, very good it's a very, very good song and very, very good lyrics, very good audio, engineering, and production. I just think it was just a job well done, okay? And that's how we do things over here. That's how we do it in the MJ way, right? We give our kudos. We are beautiful people. We're gonna go ahead and skip that break, and I wanna go ahead and go to my notes now. Before I play you guys the cut, no, this is not the cut of the week. I changed it. Before I play y'all the #1 spinner, which is the Jane Doe by The Red Muse Records, I want to go ahead and get my take real quick on today's shenanigans. Now, of course, we still representing with the Majestic MJ. Now, the thing about it, we had RHOA and the girls were showing out. So again, I want to just bring forward Kenya Moore is doing her thing as Miss USA. We have Kelly Potter, aka Miss Chicken and Waffles. She is navigating a lot of perplexing situations over there on her end, but she is making it work with all of her beautiful daughters that she have, and being a great mother, great entrepreneur. We saw a great glimpse into her professional world this season on RHOA season 17, where she sat down with her business strategist, and he verbally put her in a chokehold and told her, like, you know, you need to get your ish together, and she received it. And we love her for showing that. And speaking of love, how can you not mention what's that lady name? Tiana Taylor. Shout out to her for our beautiful message today, and our mental note space area that we talked about mental health. I don't want to leave off without saying again that energy goes where attention flows, you know? So whatever you give your attention to, that's where your energy will go. Okay, so take that with you. And with that being said, I will go ahead and play our cut of the week. Jane Doe.
I can't keep holding on to what we had. I can't keep holding on. You better make it last. Say it loud or let me go free. Half a love ain't love to me. I'm standing here with open hands, but I won't beg you to understand. No more waiting in between. No more living in maybe dreams. If you're here, then show me why. I'm done learning how to hide. Every promise hanging in between. All the words you never said to me. I read your eyes, but they turn away. Like you're scared of what you might say. I feel you close, but miles apart. You touch my skin, but miss my heart. I'm tired of filling in the space where your truth should take its place. I keep reaching through the side is loud, trying hard just to make you proud. But love shouldn't feel this one-sided, like I'm the only one still fighting. Every night I replay the past, wondering if this love will last, or if I'm holding on to ghost. Why you let go without a no? You can't keep loving me silently. You take a best and need the rest of me. I can't keep holding on to what we had. I can't keep holding on. You better make it last.
And we are back, and I want to bring forward, before we sign off, that this is a unique, more than a podcast, more than radio show. This has been Majestic MJ, episode 17, and I am signing off to go run off into the great land of Majestic Ania with the Majesties. So, this platform has been created for voices, talent, culture, and opportunity. Radio plays the music, and podcasts discuss the things. Majestic MJ creates an experience, introduces talent, amplifies businesses, and brings the audience into a living world. Modern, personality-driven radio experience built without all of the extra nonsense. This has been real. This has been Majestic MJ. This is where you can find us. We can find us on YouTube, on MJTV on YouTube, or you can find us next day on demand on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Patreon coming soon. Instagram, MJTV on YouTube, or you can follow on Snapchat, MJ for Ransom. Okay? Anywhere you can stream a podcast, pretty much. This has been episode 17, and I am signing off.
You can't keep loving me silently. You take the best and leave the rest of me. I can't keep holding on to what we had. I can't keep holding on. You better make it last. Say it loud or let me go free. Half a love ain't love to me. I'm standing here with open hands, but I won't beg you to understand.